Now that we have seen how to prepare our test scripts in JMeter, we will start running our tests from the cloud. In this session, we will see how to configure a basic load test in Blazemeter. Let's start by going to Blazemeter's site and signing into our account. If you don't have an account, here as well you'll be able to create one. When we sign in to Blazemeter, we're going to be able to see our dashboard. Here we have all the tests that we can create in JMeter, and we'll be mainly focusing on our JMeter tests. This kind of test will allow us to upload our JMeter scripts and run them from the cloud. Here in the left top corner is where we'll be able to give our test a name. Right here is where we'll be able to upload our JMeter scripts as well as any CSV files that we'll be reading data from. You can just drag and drop them in the box. All these files will be downloaded to the remote JMeter servers when we run the test. It's important to know that our file names can only include alphanumeric characters, underscores, and hyphens. They cannot include spaces, and they must always have an extension. In this case, we have uploaded a JMX file and our CSV data file. If we happen to upload the wrong file, we can remove it from here and upload it again. On the right side, we will be setting the load scenario properties that will be replacing the thread properties we have set in the JMeter file. All the properties we set here will override the JMeter values. Blazemeter allows us to choose the geographical location we're going to be running our load from. We will be able to select from this list of locations that might change according to the plan that we have. We also have the option of running our test in sandbox mode. This allows us to run as many trial tests as we want. These will be low-scale tests, which allow us to run up to 20 concurrent users, and we use this for debugging purposes. Here is where we'll set the amount of virtual users that will be running our tests. It is exactly the same property we set in JMeter as number of threads. Blazemeter automatically distributes this load among the engines. If we set it to 100 users, we will see that it's only using one engine, but when we use 1,000 users, it will distribute it between two. We can do this setup manually, or we can let JMeter do it automatically. We also have the option to limit the amount of requests per second. If you click the option, we'll be able to change this amount right here. Here's where we'll set the ramp up, same thing as in the JMeter script, and the amount of iterations that each user will be running. For example, 10. And down here, we will be able to set the maximum duration for our test. For example, 1 hour. This is the basic configuration we need to do to run our test. Once we save our test, we'll be able to see that this green button appears, allowing us to run our test. If you press that button, it will give us a summary of our test configuration. In this case, we're running one console with 1,000 threads in total and a maximum duration of 60 minutes. So if everything is okay and we launch the servers, the test will start running. So this is how we configure a basic test. In our next session, we will be exploring other features.